Yeah, today we're reviewing Party Pooped.
Hello everypony and welcome back to My Little Pony What Works. Well, I think it's time we talk about the first bad episode of Season 5, Party Pooped. Which is saying something considering everyone has a different bad episode for the season. So why do I think this is the first bad episode of Season 5? Well, let's have a deeper look. Twilight is acting as an ambassador of Equestria as she invites representatives from Yak-Yakistan to open their borders to Equestria. However, they destroy everything if everything isn't perfect and to their specific standards. When all the girls' attempts to impress the Yaks fail, all the pressure is put on Pinkie Pie to plan the best party to the Yaks' liking, or they declare war. No, seriously, they declared war after Spike stalled with the piano. Speaking of stalling, this episode has a lot of filler. Now, the filler isn't as bad as, say, the Cutie Pock, since the filler actually had a purpose. Kinda. I'll talk about it in a few seconds. But at times, the episode's content got tedious. The constant smashing of stuff got tiring when we already got the idea after the third instance of the Yaks destroying things. Rule of 3, Nick. Rule of 3. In addition, did it feel like scenes were missing? As much as I love Pinkie Pie's funny narrations, the recaps felt like they were making up for lost time because of the filler. In some ways, it hurt the moral a lot. But let's move on to the characters. First up is Twilight. It's been a while since we've seen Twilight go nuts and it was entertaining to watch. As for her situation, look, Twi, I know you're trying to impress Celestia handling a delegation on your own, which points for this episode for expanding her duties, but sometimes you just have to say no. And unlike Maud Pie, which I know people are going to compare this to, the delegates you're trying to welcome are rude, insensitive jerks who want everything their way compared to Maud, who just shares her enthusiasm differently. Now let's talk about Pinkie Pie. It's here we see Pinkie puts all of her efforts into her parties to make everything perfect. In fact, she works so hard, she would go to the ends of Equestria to get everything right. Hell, she has files on what everyone's likes and dislikes are to ensure their particular parties are to satisfaction. It reminds me a lot of Twilight's behavior in Lesson 0, minus the shit your pants freak out. So not only does this confirm that Twinkie is the best main 6 ship, but it's also clear that Pinkie Pie is
the best pony.
Hey, he used me as a buoyancy device in his Make New Friends video. I can use his best pony joke. It's a fair trade. Now, onto the technical side. While the music is standard fare for the show, no real standout tracks, where the episode shines in terms of the technical aspect is in the animation. Remember when I said that Tanks for the Memories had the best facial expressions? I take that all back. The facial freakouts in this episode are glorious. The best ones go to Pinkie Pie letting the stress go to her head, and Twilight realizing the cake will be destroyed. Four times Pinkie Pie rules the comedy. But of course, the best reaction has to go to Fluttershy.
So, do we walk back up the slide, or what?
Heck, I'll even admit, the Yaks got a couple laughs out of me. As for investment, as I said earlier, the pacing waned my investment in the episode after a couple more watches. The moral of today's tale, as Pinkie Pie delivers, was about making the Yaks feel welcome in Equestria. As Pinkie Pie described, the hospitality of all the ponies she met along the way to Yak-Yakistan made her realize she shouldn't make Equestria feel like Yak-Yakistan, but the other way around, and it shows the reasons the ponies love living there. That's a great moral! But do you know how much it actually connects with the plot?
0! Huh? What do you mean, 0?
Watch again. How many ponies did Pinkie Pie actually meet that showed hospitality? 1. Cherry Jubilee. The Wonderbolts happened to show up, the band came and went, and Cadence just showed where the path to Yak-Yakistan was. I don't think the latter 3 counts as hospitality. So, let's recap. The story has pacing problems, dragging out the conflict more than it needs to, but we get great character insight for both Twilight and Best Pony. The facial expressions stole the show in terms of animation, but there weren't any standout tracks in the music. It was one of the funniest episodes of the season, but investment waned due to pacing issues. The moral was great, but it had no connection to what transpired in the episode. As a result, I give Party Pooped 2 out of 4 stars. And yet, I would still probably end up watching this over Appaloosa's Most Wanted. Next time, I take a look at Amending Fences. Another day, another collab. Until then, I'm the voice of reason, and I'll see you next time.